My name's Kevin Martin, and I'm here with Dan Sprague, and this is our weekly update from the Lake Erie Regional Grape Program. We're here today to talk a little bit about crop insurance, and Dan Sprague Jr. here is a grape grower in our area, and I thought I'd ask him a few questions about crop insurance and see what his experiences are. Thanks for joining us, Dan. Can you tell us a little bit about your farm?
Yes, I'm a fourth generation Concord grape grower. I'm in Chautauqua in Cattaraugus County, a sole proprietor of 45 acres.
How long have you had a crop insurance policy on your vineyards?
About 10 years from day one.
So ever since you started farming independently, you've had crop insurance of
Correct.
some sort? Okay.
Yep.
Now, do you have yield protection, or did you have revenue protection in the past?
Strictly yield protection.
Okay. And what level of protection have you found works for you?
It seems to be, I started out with more of a 75% policy, and as time has evolved and there's less risk, I've dropped down recently to the catastrophic level, now that there's not as much risk.
Now, when you say there's not a lot of risk anymore in farming vineyards, I think some of our growers might wonder what you're talking about. So can you elaborate a little bit on what you mean by feeling that there's less risk?
As I've managed to get my debt pulled down over time, and there's no longer as big a payment due in the fall, it's a little bit easier.
Okay. And how many insurable blocks would you have with a more robust level of coverage?
I've had 2 blocks.
Okay. And I would say that's sort of an experience a lot of our growers have, is the higher levels of coverage, which come with higher premiums, tend to work better when we have more insurable blocks. Would your farm have looked differently, or would it operate differently in the beginning with those without crop insurance? Would that have been something that worked for you, or?
Most definitely look different. I think it really allows you to properly maintain your vineyards, and you're not afraid to put the upfront costs awaiting your crop. I think there's always that fear of, if there's a crop failure, how are you going to make the payments for properly maintaining everything? But with that, it's a bit of a security blanket that you know you can keep everything in good shape and farm it the way you'd like to.
Okay. Have you ever had a total loss?
Never total loss.
Okay. How often do you expect to have a significant decline in your yields?
Well, for example, of the past 10 years, I think I've only drawn twice, and neither of them were catastrophic total loss of crop. They were both a percentage.
Okay. Do you struggle with any other aspect of crop insurance, or basically the program works for you as is? Or
I think it works well the way it is. I was a bit confused when I was trying to switch from the different levels and trying to determine between the different levels of crop insurance and when the right time to switch was from.
Okay. All right. Now, if you have questions about that, you can certainly contact us. It's something we can help you with, and often agents and adjusters can be good tools as well. And if you have any specific questions, you can comment down below. But one more question I do want to ask Dan while I've got him here is, what would you tell other growers considering crop insurance?
I think keep an eye on where your business is and what position you are, whether you're first starting out or whether you're advanced, and as you said, the how many units you have, and try to make an educated decision on what level you need to be and if you need it.
All right. Thank you, Dan, and thanks for joining us, everybody. Again, like I said, if you have any questions, let us know.